haven't heard that garage door noise going up first thing in the morning in a lot of days. Johnny's headed to Wet and Wild Water Park, Emerald Isle, over in Greensboro today with some friends that have season passes. And I've got to drive him to one of his friends' houses this morning because it's really not on the way to swing by and get Johnny. So, we're shooting to leave at 7:30. It's going on 7. I am on time, but in desperate need of my coffee this morning. And all the kitties are here. My own fault. I was reading a good book last night and I didn't get a lot of sleep. Well, I wasn't sleepy. It's hard to just, oh yeah, I gotta go to bed early. That didn't work so good. But yeah, everybody's here and doing good. There's my buddy. Good morning. Hi. I gotta get you guys fed this morning so I can check out my card on Amazon and see what's going on with Prime Day. I was really upset last night that Prime Day didn't start until PST midnight instead of ET midnight. Good morning, Gray. Hey there, sweetheart. Hi. Amazon Prime order placed. I'm debating if I should have had a second cup of coffee. Good morning, Ruby. It was a toss-up whether we should go up 401 like we were headed to the school or head out Highway 42 past my old house and Michelle's house over here in Willow Spring to get to where we're going this morning. And Ruby picked Highway 42, so here we are. On the left up here, and I guess I'm going to point out the side window, this is where the new Creek Bluff County Park is going in. You can see the one little picnic shelter area and stuff out there in the field. There was a sign for the park. So anyway, that's pretty exciting for the area over here. We're on time. We got 4 minutes to spare. We're doing good. Well, it's been this way for a while now, but the I-40 between Raleigh, which is exit 300, and exit 312, which is Highway 42, is basically 12 miles of treacherous construction, slowdowns, a pain in the tuchus between you and getting to the beach. Yeah, hopefully they'll finish this up sometime this year because it's just still a mess out here. I got Johnny dropped off. I did not get a text message from the chiropractor that I had an appointment. So I called them just to sort of see, because I was expecting not to have one last week because it was the 4th of July. But this week I expected to have one. And I do at 11, the normal time. So that's influencing my decisions about what to do for the rest of my morning. I do not have enough time to get home in time for Dawn and I to walk. We basically need to start our walk within 30 minutes, and I'm a solid 40-45 minutes from the house. I mean, it would really be pushing it. So I looked at going to Whole Foods on the way home, but I'm nowhere near Whole Foods. I'm on the southeast side of Raleigh, or at least the east side of Raleigh, and you know, Cary is southwest. I'm just not near there. So by the time I drove over there, did my shopping, same issue. I probably don't have enough time to get home to get to the chiropractor on time. So I'm headed to Harbor Freight, which is in Garner, which is kind of on the way home, to get a couple of Lego storage bins. I don't miss rush hour traffic. I really don't. Yeah, being on I-40 on the south side of Raleigh during rush hour in the morning, yeah, I don't miss this. Was not normally out here. The last time I had to deal with I-40 rush hour traffic was when I worked for IBM out in RTP, so it's been a while. But I remember it. Well, I added home in as what I thought was a second destination and kept on booking and following the turn directions, and it had inserted home before Harbor Freight. So it took me where I wasn't supposed to go and cost me somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes because I wasn't paying attention. And I think we all know that waypoint feature is awesome, except for it just never does what you expect it to do when you add places. So I think it's really super easy programming to make it better, at least by, is the destination I'm adding closer to the current location or farther than the current location? And home was definitely farther. So farther should have been the second stop. Really easy. Now look, I get it. Sometimes, you know, folks are gonna not go in that, you know, closest to me first order, but I think it would resolve, I don't know, I'm just gonna venture a guess 90-95% of the problems if it would just do that. So yeah, Tesla, please refine that. Please fix it. I forgive you this time, but please fix it. I don't believe we've been in this one before. Lidl is next door and Kroger used to be here. I'm not sure. This is probably like the old Kroger. Yeah, going to Guardian Angel Apex before I go to Whole Foods Cary is sort of super important today because I got a big donation. Although I could put the groceries in the front or the middle row. Navigation has made 3 critical mistakes today. This last one is the worst. Well, I know how to get home from this shopping center over here in Garner, the one that's on Timber Drive. I don't need help getting home. I might need help avoiding traffic, but it thought I was on Timber Drive when I was in the shopping center, and it's telling me to turn right on Grovemont. Well, I'm at the stoplight for Timber Drive, so I've got to turn left, and then yes, I agree, the first right is going to be Grovemont, but I wasn't on Timber Drive in the shopping center. And I understand I got to move a little bit from my parking space, etc., but I came pretty far across the shopping center. That is certain, the GPS certainly had enough time to sort out the directionality of the car and help me with the turn. So that is really, it's really not good, and this is a super long light. Although since I'm running my mouth, I guess that's good. But that's just crazy. That's just craziness up here. It's a good thing I know where Grovemont Road is, or, you know, if I was really relying on the instructions over here, I would be in trouble. And the other 2 were due to I-40 construction and changes in the, yeah, see, I turned left here. Still 0.3, now 0.2 miles, turn right on Grovemont. That's just craziness. One of the issues this morning, I understand, it shouldn't be that way, but I get it. They changed the way you get onto I-40 at 4042. It's now a left turn instead of a right turn, and of course I was in the right lane along with a bunch of other people, but we needed to be in the left lane, so like we all collectively got over, and that was no big deal. And I get that because that's a totally new road lane change thing. But then the next one, the original on-ramp to the right was closed, but there was a second turn to the right, and the car was telling me on the screen, it showed that I needed to make the turn, but the driving direction said I wasn't turning for like 1.6 miles. So I'm like, well, I know where I'm going. I need to get on I-40. I need to make the turn. But the instructions aren't telling me to turn, but I know I need to make the turn, so I turned. So seriously, this is like the 3rd navigational issue this morning. I will say I've been on the first new roads, don't know where I'm going, haven't been on these roads even though I live in the area roads today, but I'm back on more familiar territory now. Anyway, I don't know if a new map went update on and it's this bad. We got troubles. Or maybe it's the FSD release, but I'm not, you know, none of those cases that I have FSD engaged. If I had, the car would have went where it was supposed to go. So unleaded gas was $3.29 or $2.99. I don't know the difference between the two. Anyway, I hadn't looked for a while because I hadn't driven near the sheets for a while, and because, well, I just really don't need to know, but I was curious. Don had said that gas really didn't go up for the holiday weekend because demand was down, and I would say that that probably accurately reflects the local gas price. Well, if I thought I missed being on the road to and from Raleigh, this cured me of it for today at least. It was rough out there today, really rough out there today. Of course, having to get up on I-40 didn't help, but I'm going to be home at 9:45, so I've got about 45 minutes. Well, let's say I've got 35 minutes before I need to leave for the chiropractor. 40 at the most to get there with a couple minute cushion. You know, play it safe today. So, I was on Facebook last night. You know, I look at Facebook probably twice a day, and one of those times is usually in the evening. And a post from What's Up Fuquay Verena popped up in my feed, and it showed a bunch of train cars carrying coal. It was probably a photoshopped photo, but certainly something that could have been legit. And the poster tagged somebody else, it was 2 women, and said fuel for electric cars. And you know, I really wanted to hit the angry button because that post angered me, and I thought about leaving a comment, and I read all the comments, and I actually left a comment and then I deleted my comment because you can't fix attitudes like that with words. You can't. So there were a lot of people that said a lot of good things in the comment to sort of make the poster to make the post not look very, yeah, that car with the blacked out tail lights were not very bright. I wonder if they were legal. So anyway, thank you, Ruby, for the additional warning. So anyway, there was a lot of people in there. They were arguing about what percentage of electricity comes from fossil fuels or not. And they were arguing about whether we could claim that our power comes from the nuclear power plant. And then they were arguing about whether nuclear power was okay. And, you know, one guy came on and said how much better ICE cars were than electric cars in times of disaster, which I think anyone watching this channel knows is not true, that there can be pros and cons maybe to both. But I don't know, if I'm going to be stuck at my house in an ice storm or a hurricane, I want my electric car. I want my air conditioning or my heater. I want my YouTube. I'm not worried about making it 200 miles someplace not as affected by the ice storm or the hurricane to charge up if I absolutely needed to do that. Besides, I'm not leaving my home anyway unless I need to get a family member to the ER, probably. We've got food, you know. Anyway, it was just a bunch of ridiculous stuff, and you just can't, I mean, it's just, why get your blood pressure up too high arguing about this stuff with people. But yeah, it saddens me that someone would think that the What's Up Fuquay Verena page was someplace to post that. I don't know. Are they just jealous because they can't go out and buy a Tesla? Go buy I don't know. There's plenty of EVs to choose from now. See, for me, I don't know. I really care about the air quality in my community. And as we saw with the wildfires lately, exactly how bad the air quality could get. Every little bit of less emissions into the air so people can breathe and not get lung cancer, to me, that's really important. And then if you want to argue other things, this or that, oh, the cobalt mining thing came up again. It's like I think the comment that I probably should have left is, instead of listening to the media, and I don't care which one we're talking about, the left or the right, why don't you just go talk to some owners about their experience? You know, really, because do we need the media to be telling us how we're supposed to feel about stuff? I thought they were supposed to tell us, you know, actual facts, news, current events, things that had happened, but it seems like they have an agenda, like, all the time, and they're trying to lead us about how we should think, and it's just really maddening sometimes. So there, thank you for listening about it. I'm sure you've seen a post or two about stuff like that. The Today in the Quay guy, he probably would have pulled it from his page, because he is very clear that he wants uplifting stories and positive things happening around town, which is not to say that you can't comment about something that's not right, but that's not what he's trying to make his page be. Like, he posts all of the school sports and the kids that have won awards and the kids that have gone to competition and done good, and, you know, new projects around town that seem to continue to keep the town looking good and spur economic growth. And he tries to keep it positive. He tries. So I think he does a good job, by the way. It's all, you know, he's not making anything off of that Today in the Quay Facebook post, except that people know that he has a law firm down in Lillington. So anyway, thanks for listening. Oh, and the Right Meow Cat Cafe doing a booming business. Lots of positive posts of people having a good time over there. I know Johnny still really wants to meet up with a few friends and go, and I'm willing to help make that happen before he heads off to school. I'm just giving it a few days to calm down over there, the parking lot, and, you know, just the counter. I hear it's been super busy, and, you know, they're going to need lots of people continuing to stop by for years to come. Not everybody come once the first week and then never go again. So yeah. Well, Dawn had warned me that the deer had come by and ate the begonias. They've munched out here at the mailbox again. I've never known them to like begonias until this year. I'm sad. Hi, bye.
Yeah.
I was home for 30 minutes-ish. Had my coffee, went through yesterday's mail. My Lego...
A little shopping on Amazon Prime Day.
I might have just ordered one small Lego thing.
Well, the thing I ordered wasn't on Prime, and it didn't give me the cash back, so I basically could order.
Yeah, well, it'll be mostly too late by the time people hear this, but in order to get the 7% back on my purchase, and it was it was a small Lego thing, it was $10 off.
Yeah.
I had to choose the shipping. Yeah, you've got to choose the worst shipping possible. So instead of giving you the digital credit, they're giving you a little more money points to come back and spend on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because I use my Prime card. So anyway, I'm headed out shopping.
Well, I'll just be here, you know, I promise I won't move a muscle.
Except to sign for Johnny's computer. It just so happened that UPS needs a signature and was coming on the one day.
I can't go run. I can't go, you know.
Upstairs in the attic and work where you can't hear him. You got to
hear the thing,
the driveway alert. Okay. I am noticing that my tall flower there, it's starting to open up. And this geranium that I got on clearance at Walmart, it's starting to flower again. I really wasn't worried that it wouldn't. So way cool. And I'm watching for the UPS guy leaving the driveway. It said he was supposed to be here by 10:30, but it didn't say it was out for delivery, so I suspected that was actually not the case. But and I have 2 minutes to spare to get to the chiropractor. Well, of course, as soon as I pulled out, there was a dump truck style truck with some extra wide trailer pulled behind. And anyway, I basically had to pull over to let him pass. He was huge for this road. Ruby said to go this way. She better not be wrong. They better not be doing utility work back here. Yes, yes, Ruby, I know. The speed limit here is only 35. It's a very painful 35, but I will behave. It's been a couple of weeks, so I'm just hoping that they finish the utility work. I think it's possible they have. I couldn't get the camera recording in time, but I just went through the intersection where the utility work was being done, and they've installed a new stoplight, which was necessary because there's a new school down that road. And it was not turned on. It had, you know, coverings over the lights, but it looked like it was completely installed. God, I knew getting through here was too good to be true. Well, you guys know I get here and I literally run inside. I'm pulsed. We did my knee today. I am headed over Guardian Angel Apex. I think I will empty the back before I do my shopping. I think there's more chance that Ben will not have gone to lunch and be back there. And he's the, you know, main dock guy, so.
Well, you know, it's a good day when you get a new computer. This is Johnny's. He's going off to college. And he's got him a pretty sweet new laptop.
All right, donation made. Hertz is pretty darn busy with cars around back and out front today. I see a red 3, and there's a couple bolts down there to charge. I saw a bolt out front too, so maybe they added some here or some more were turned in here. I don't know. I'm gonna park and go inside. Chapel Hill Tire has a white Y up there. I don't know if it's an employee car really getting tires, but sometimes all you can do is park well and hope for the best. So there's 4 3s on this row. A 3 and a bolt on this side. A bolt on this side. I guess plus I like it, but I don't think it would fit good. Boo-hoo. I wanted some cash. I went into Food Lion. Turns out they have Zevia and it's a good price. And I picked up the little lunchbox for Johnny because sometimes he needs to store his LiPo batteries for his robots in a metal box. And I thought, well, that's a perfect little $3 metal box. And I got a cute beach towel. So something, but not a bunch today. Whole Foods, here I come. I did see one person leave the parking lot happily, a woman with a Bolt rental, so that was cool. Thing for chuck eye steaks and good sale on everything else. Well, this isn't good. Well, the turnpike's looking bright serious down there. This is Holly Springs Road. Says I'm in Apex, but as far as I always concerned, this was Holly Springs. It says Holly Springs Road right there on the cement. There's the other direction. They are making good progress. This is one of the areas with the biggest change because they had to rework the road, the surface road, as well as add the interstate road. Hey.
Hey, how's my girl?
I'm good. I'm home.
You got all shopped out?
Are you kidding?
I guess not.
I only added a couple things to my Amazon shopping cart to come home and verify, but I didn't actually buy anything on Amazon while I was out, so.
Okay.
Ruby says it's 89. It's hotter here in this full sun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. We're headed to South Park for a walk. We had us a nice nap, watched some YouTubes, had steak and eggs for dinner, and it's only 82 out there and the humidity's not oppressive. So we thought, well, we'll go walk off our meal around the track. I don't know exactly what time Johnny's going to want to be picked up, except he knows it's about a 45-minute drive to his friend's house. So they are getting to his friend's house about now, and they wanted to hang out for a little bit at the house, I think, which translates to visit with kitties and puppies and, you know, hang. So as long as it doesn't get to be too late, which I'm sure it won't, you know, it's all good. So we could end up leaving from the park to go get him, or we might come back to the house. It just depends. They're not playing baseball. They've got like a kickball, dodgeball, something like that. But they got real jerseys. I mean, it looks like it's not just some people out there having fun. They're actually, you know, playing a sport. We'll have to check it out as we walk around. Still a lot of people up here. The parking lot's full at the community center, at the basketball court. It's full. See, big ball out there on the pitcher's mound. Huh. Looks like we're flying tonight, Donnie.
Yeah, moving along pretty easy.
No weight vest.
No weight vest, that's right.
With a full stomach, we figured we'd leave the weight vest behind.
Well, I didn't want to suffer. I felt like taking a relaxing walk with my pretty girl.
Aww. It's basically baseball, except for you kick the big ball and run versus swing the bat and hit the baseball. There's just no bat and the ball's bigger. But same number of players, same position, same bases, same running. It's, you know, it looks like fun. So a guy rolls it, and then you kick it. Then you got to try to get it to the base or hit the person. Well, that was pretty bad. He threw it home and the guy wasn't there. Oh well, not the first time that's happened. 55 minutes and 2.3 miles. It was very nice in the shade. It was a little hot with a hat on in the sun, but not oppressive. Just would have been nice if the breeze had been one notch more. We had just enough time to go home, shower, drink some water, and get back in the car. Johnny said he was ready to come home, so.
Yeah, perfect timing. I didn't have time to get all comfy as far as piling up. I literally just got dressed and put my nice dry clothes on, and Marianne says, let's go get Johnny.
Yep. Sounds like he's had a good day.
Well, I'd be wore out if I went swimming. I'd be dead.
Right. I would be sleeping in the car on the way home is what I would be doing. We're heading back to Fuquay now. Johnny and his friends, sounds like they had a really good time today at the water park. We're in traffic with a EV6 up there ahead on the left. Don's had to take control several times during our drive. One of the times was he had the same navigational issue at the exact same intersection that I did this morning. We also had a scare during the drive with
Pedestrians.
well, two different pedestrians. The one guy was basically in the middle of the road. It was walking on the line in between the lanes. It was ridiculous. And then also we had a guy probably on his phone drifted into our lane. He was either on his phone or he fell asleep. And it was close. Jules moved a little bit and Dawn moved us more.